Hey guys, this is Mainak from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel. So I'm here working on a project and we'll model the full building as per, and also the loading part we'll do in this Tekla Structural Designer software. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So this is the particular plan in which we are going to make. I've already done the column positioning and center line, and now we'll open the DXF file and start. So if you're watching this video in our channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also like this video, because it helps us to bring more awesome content to you, and it also supports our team. So now we will just get started. First of all, after opening a new file, we'll just open this model option, construction levels, and then we'll insert level below it. So we'll give it a by default -1.2 spacing, and then after that we'll insert a level above it. This one we'll do as SSL, structural slab level, and the spacing will do as 3.2 meter, and the slab thickness will give us 100 mm. This is my G. I'll go G+1 and G+2. So these are my levels which have been created, and after that I just click on OK, and my levels are created. You can see the levels from here in your levels option, and then you can see all these things here. So now after your levels have been created, you can just go to the structure base, just double click on it, and the structure base will open. That is my plinth level, and after opening the plinth level, I'll just import the DXF file. So I'll import the DXF file. I'll give the particular location of our file, DXF file, and after that you can open that particular project. So I will be importing the DXF file. So after importing, it is showing the option. I've already made the center line in a separate layer, so I'll just import only the center line in the form of architectural grids, and my unit is obviously mm, and then next, and then by layer to by layer, and I'll just copy the same thing in all the levels, and after that I'll just click on finish, and after that I'll just import the DXF once again, and this time I'll just go and import all the things other than our center line, and that will be our shadow, and this will be in mm, and then click on finish, and then zoom in to just get the entire shadow of our column positions and our beam positions, wall positions, which will place our beams correctly. So now we'll just take our concrete columns. Before concrete columns, we're taking our concrete columns, we'll go and check our design reports. We'll go to design and we'll go to our settings here, and here we'll check our design report. For foundation, I've given reinforcement of 10 mm maximum and minimum. For your columns, I've given reinforcement of 12 and 16, and for our beams I've given reinforcement of 10 and 16 of FE 500 grade. So these settings you need to do, and after that you can click on OK, and after that you can go to model and then column, and we'll define our columns here. So first of all, just select your grade of concrete in which we want to make, and you can define your dimensions also. So here I'll be defining dimensions of column as 230 to 230. That's the minimum size which you'll be using here, and all are your 4-inch walls except the back one, which is of 9-inch. So 230 into 230 I'll be using here, and after that we'll change the grade of this particular steel here to FE 500, and after changing the grade of steel, I'll just change this automatic alignment. So after turning off this automatic alignment, I'll save this. So it will be named as C230 cross 230, and after that I'll just click on OK, and after that I can select the particular option of C230 and 230 and select all the places in which I'll have the columns. I'll just simply click on the places which I've already defined before. So after doing this, as you can see here, and we have done this. Now after having done this, we'll check it in our 3D view whether the columns are placed or not. So now we have a chance of defining the orientation of this middle columns, because this distance is a large amount. So we'll check the distance from this AutoCAD file from here. So as you can see, the distance between these two, as you can see, these two columns is, these two center lines, if you just assume this is 5219, and the distance between these two, as you can check here, is 5400, and 10. So anyway, this particular distance, as you can see here, the center to center distance between these two is smaller and this one is larger. So by the way, the orientation of the columns will be like this, in arranged in the along the longer dimension. So what we can do is we can increase the dimension of the column along this side. So we'll go for the next size and select all these columns here, all these 3 columns, and just change this particular size here. Instead of this 230, I'll just make this as 250. It is a slightly larger dimension on this side. If this fails in design, we can after that we can increase this dimension also. So after that, we'll just go back to the plinth level, and at the plinth level we'll start assigning our beams. We'll take a simple beam here and just define the beam here. So the beam size we are taking as your, let's say, 230 into 230 to begin with, and after that I'm taking this FE 500 here, and we'll just assign our particular beams. First of all, we'll start with the secondary beams. Double click and then double click, and after that we'll just see what are the remaining secondary beams. From here to here it will be a secondary beam, and from here to here we can have a secondary beam, and here we will have some secondary beams here. I think we'll have one here, and we'll have one like this here, and we might have another one from here to here, and another one from here to here. So like this we might have some secondary beams here. So now let's see what any more secondary beams which we need. We need one beam definitely here, and now since this is open area, this will have obviously a secondary beam. The remaining portion, if we have any secondary beam, this one we have almost missed this. I think every secondary beam has now been covered. So once all the secondary beams are covered, we'll define the, double click on it and define the releases. Both ends are typically this end, when you go from bottom to top, is end 1 and this end is end 2, and if you go from left to right, this end is end 1 and this end is end 2. So both are now pinned here because we don't have a column to column connection on either sides. This also, go to releases and make them as pinned and pinned because they don't have a column to column connection here. Here also we don't have columns on any sides. Releases, pinned, and select this also, releases, pinned, and then select here and go to releases and then make this as pinned and pinned. Select this, releases. So we'll repeat this particular process, and after that also we'll check how much time we took to design this particular building, practical building you are seeing here. So just like this video because it encourages us to make more such content. So let's just select this also. This also doesn't have any column to column connection, so we'll make this as pinned, and after that making this as pinned. This one also doesn't have any column to column connection on either side, make this as pinned. So after having done that, this one is remaining, so make this as your pinned as well, and after that click on OK, and after that we'll just select our beams and we'll apply our beams here. We haven't saved any property here, so we'll go FE 500 here, and for our main beams we'll just select a property here 230 into 250 will give, and click on OK. And after that we'll just select this. Before providing this, we'll just save this particular file, b 230 cross 250, and then click on OK, and after that click on escape and validate for just checking for any member collision. We can have an unsupported error, but we don't have any member collision error. So don't have any member collision error, unsupported, because we haven't provided all the beams. So we'll proceed with going to the beams here, beams, and then selecting this particular beam which we have selected, and after that we'll just proceed like this. And I think we have missed a secondary beam here, so what I'll do is we'll select this beam from here to here, and from here to here also, and from here to here also, and these beams also. One secondary beam I missed here, and another secondary beam I missed here. So this one, this is N1 and this is N2. So N2 is fixed, N1 is pinned. Double click, releases, N1 is pinned and N2 is fixed. Now for this one, N1 has column, N2 doesn't have column, so N1 is fixed. Double click and then make N1 fixed and N2 is pinned. So this is all we need to do here. And as you can see, we don't have any particular floor here, so we are optional of providing this particular beam. But if we were to maintain the plinth level, then you have to provide a beam here. So let's select this and delete this, and after that go to beam and then select this particular beam and provide this. So after doing this, we'll just validate the model and check whether there is any error. So there are no errors. We'll check it out our model in the structure 3D. As you can see, the plinth level has been prepared, so we'll move on to the next level. So in the next level we have some fewer floors. So what we'll do, we'll just simply go to the next level and make all those particular floors by ourselves, or else we have an option of copying everything and deleting the things we don't want. So we'll go to model, construction levels, and we'll have this option of your go to 1, and from base we'll copy this. So these things are being copied, and simply we'll go to this particular level and we'll delete the things which you don't want. We'll just open the plan. So this is basically the plan of this ground floor and first floor. So here everything is not required apart from the secondary beams, so these beams we can delete. So these things which we had made, these are not required. Press Ctrl and then delete. These beams are deleted. And after that, what else? The kitchen portion is not there, so the additional beams for the kitchen will not be there here. Select them and delete. These are deleted. Now just see for yourself what are the remaining portions which you are having. So this staircase portion remains the same, and these toilet portions also remain the same, but this particular beam, as you can see, this one we don't need that, and so we'll delete this one, and for this one also we can delete this. So now we'll check back once again this one, or I think we can keep this one because this one will be a bedroom door here, so we can keep the last one. Press Ctrl plus Z, so this one will be there. And after that, as you can see here, this particular beam I have provided, and remaining things we have deleted, but here all the remaining things will be pretty much the same. If you can just always have the option of checking it from here. So here it observes that this particular beam, which is the middle one in the toilet, it has gone further up to here. As you can see, we don't need this one, but here what we can do is we can extend this particular beam up to this part. So that thing is required here to be done. So either we just select this and just extend it up to here, and after that we check the validation option. If everything is good, then it's okay. So this portion, let's see how much we need this particular portion. If we don't need, we'll just get rid of it. So as it seems that we don't really need this portion here, we only need up to this portion only comes up to this much. So if you want, so I'll keep it like this for now. If I want, I can provide primary beams, conceal beams here also, but I think I can extend this primary beam, so it will give a little bit more strength to the structure. We'll validate this model and check whether we have any error. I think we have a particular error here, so okay, now it's done. So after this particular thing is done, and we can proceed forward in assigning our slabs. So I am assigning slabs of 100 mm depth. I'm really not concerned about whether it's one-way slab or two-way slab, because I only want to take the load here. But in Tekla we also have an option of providing the one-way slab also. So now we'll just go and copy this to the remaining floors. We'll go to model, construction levels, and then we'll just make this. Okay, we had done an error here, so this should have been unique, and we haven't done that. So all the changes we made to the top floor have been copied. So this error you can avoid to make, so that any changes you make to one particular floor is not made in the other floors. So once this is done, we'll just go to construction levels and make this as your base, and then click on OK, and then go to construction levels and quickly make this as unique. So now that you already know the things which you need, let's do it. Go to structure 1 and delete the things which we need. So after having deleted the things which you don't need, we'll just go and assign the slabs once again to all the levels here, except the staircase portion. So we'll select and delete this. So except the staircase, you can provide slabs in all the portions here, as you can see. So after doing this, now what we can do, we can go to our model, construction levels, and we can make this source 2 and source 3 as 1. Click on OK, and after that go to construction levels and make them back as unique. Quickly we'll apply our, as you can see, G+1, G+2 building has been ready. Quickly we'll apply our loads. So for our loads, we'll go to the option of load here, and we'll just go to our plinth level and open our dead load. We'll also validate the model to once check. Now validation is okay. Full UDL and apply a load of since this is the only 10-inch wall which is visible here, as you can see in this diagram, only here the 9-inch wall is there. So we'll take a load of 11 only in this particular portion, and all the remaining portion I'll have a load of your 5.5. So okay, this 11 portion you load, that this portion has not been covered, so remaining portion I take 5.5 and apply it everywhere where I have my walls. After that, I'll just rotate the model and then check. Rotating you can do with the option of right click of the mouse. Dead load has been done here, and we'll check construction levels. These are all unique. This is okay. So I'll just go and apply the loads on the next floor. Click on escape. First of all, for better visibility, I'll just turn off the slab items, and after that I'll go to load, and I'll go take the dead load here, and I'll take the full UDL, and then I'll take the UDL of your 11 and apply it on the back side, and 5.5 to all other portions which we have here. So we'll just carefully see in the portions. This one obviously has a wall, so carefully see the plan of this, and we'll check whether what are the portions which will have the load. So let's apply into loads in this particular portion, because only in here it will be there, and it will be there pretty much in here, and in here also it will be there, here also it will be there. These portions will have the load, and this one will pretty much have the load, but only up to this portion. So let's take the option of UDL here, single click, UDL, and then single click, and then single click. This much load let's give, and this one also. The remaining portions, I think, apart from this particular portion, this one will have the loading. Click full UDL again, this one will have the loading, this one will have the loading. The staircase portion obviously has the loading, and apart from the staircase portion, this portion doesn't have, but this one has. So we'll apply the loading carefully, and now we can turn on the slab items, and then we'll go for the imposed loads. We'll go for level loads, a level load of maybe 2 for the residential building, structure 3D. And now this is done. Now we can copy this particular load to the next level, dead load, and then you have this imposed load. So let's copy this particular load to the next level. Go to model, construction levels, and after that we'll go to this 2 and make this as 1. Click on OK. Loads are copied. Go to construction levels once again, make them back as unique, and then OK. And then after that we'll go to the topmost floor here, that is our structure 3, and we'll apply a particular load here. We'll just go to load, and we'll just take this dead load here, and we'll apply a load of say 10 for the staircase portion, and we'll apply this UDL, full UDL of 10 for the staircase, and this particular option of UDL. So this is the UDL applied, now full UDL of let's say 2.5 in the parapet wall region. So this will be it. Parapet wall, this will be extended like this. So this will be the loadings here, and after the loading here we can apply the imposed loads. Imposed level load of your 2 kilonewton per meter, and after applying this level load also, we'll check out our dead load here also. This is the dead load, level load applied, everything has been applied. We'll simply go and validate the model. Validation is okay, and then we'll go to loads. If you want to apply the seismic load, you can do it. If you want to be a little bit more economical, don't apply the seismic load in case of residential building. Importance factor of 1, and ignore seismic below our plinth level, and then model response spectrum analysis are selected. RC moment resisting frame we are selecting here, and this moment frame system we are taking, and then shift and select all this, and then considering one of the dead load and the live load, and after that select this scenario of operating, next, or the limit state condition combinations have been selected, next, and finish. Update the load combinations also, and generate, and then next, and then click on this, next, next, and then finish. Load combinations have been updated. Go to design, and then design all static. So as you can see, the results are out in 24 minutes. The entire design has been done. Now only we have to make the structure safe. We can select and increase the sizes of the members which are not safe, and then we can make a design safe. So that's all for today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button also. It will help us a lot. Thank you. Bye bye.